I guess Blake Lively's concrete evidence isn't as concrete as she hyped. Meanwhile, the only evidence we're actually getting is stuff that's exposing Blake Lively.
She's quoted as saying, "I actually poisoned the whole cast against her co-star and boyfriend, Penn Badgley."
Hugh Jackman just exposed something shocking about Blake Lively, and now Hollywood is spiraling out of control. What started as a playful cameo and behind-the-scenes fun quickly exploded into allegations of Blake completely hijacking the new Deadpool project. But how deep does her manipulation really go? It all began innocently enough. Blake showed up on set for what everyone thought was just a charming cameo, portraying Lady Pool and sharing a playful kiss with her husband Ryan Reynolds. But soon, whispers started that Blake wasn't merely visiting. She was secretly rewriting scenes, influencing the director, and altering the film's crucial ending. What seemed like a fun fan theory suddenly had real Hollywood insiders buzzing, especially after Hugh Jackman himself confirmed her outsized role in the project. Yet, this shocking revelation about Blake wasn't just an isolated incident. It turns out Blake Lively has a troubling history of pulling strings behind the scenes, dating all the way back to her days on Gossip Girl. She openly admitted to Glamour magazine that she poisoned the cast against Penn Badgley, describing it casually as if workplace bullying was just harmless entertainment. But the impact on Penn wasn't trivial. It created an atmosphere so toxic that their working relationship never recovered. Blake's hidden dark side wasn't a one-time thing, it was a pattern, and unfortunately, Justin Baldoni became her next victim. When Justin Baldoni set out to adapt It Ends With Us, it was his passion project. He secured rights, assembled the cast, and poured his heart into making the film a success. But once Blake joined the project, everything changed. According to numerous insiders, Blake slowly but surely seized control, undermining Justin's authority and creating a hostile environment where he was increasingly sidelined. By the film's premiere, Justin wasn't even involved in final edits. Blake took center stage, presenting herself as the driving force behind a project that was never hers. Blake's manipulation escalated further when she allegedly leaked private text messages meant to smear Justin's reputation. When this backfired, she outrageously demanded access to his phone records, desperate to prove the authenticity of messages she herself leaked. This wasn't just behind-the-scenes drama anymore. This was calculated sabotage designed to publicly discredit Justin. Blake wasn't just trying to control the film. She was trying to rewrite reality to fit her narrative. But Blake went even further. In leaked texts, she shockingly referred to Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift, her husband and best friend, as her dragons, implying they were her personal enforcers. Hollywood was stunned by this bizarre and manipulative mindset, seeing Blake use loved ones as pawns in her twisted games. The backlash was immediate. Ryan, who built his reputation on being universally likable, found himself unwillingly dragged into Blake's drama, reportedly furious behind the scenes. Taylor Swift, fiercely loyal yet notoriously careful about her image, started distancing herself, refusing to be Blake's puppet. Justin Baldoni wasn't about to let Blake's actions slide. He fired back with a $400 million lawsuit accusing Blake of defamation, civil extortion, and breach of contract. Armed with overwhelming evidence, this wasn't just a PR headache, this was a legal disaster, one Blake couldn't charm her way out of. Hollywood, watching closely, realized it might have backed the wrong person all along. Studios and brands suddenly began pulling back, comparing Blake to controversial figures like Amber Heard, labeling her toxic and untrustworthy. And just when Blake thought things couldn't get worse, two of her past victims, Penn Badgley and Justin Baldoni, publicly united, forming a surprising alliance. Penn, thriving now thanks to Netflix's hit series You, openly supports Justin, symbolically cutting ties with Blake by unfollowing her on social media. Their joint presence sends a powerful message. Blake can no longer silence or control those she's wronged.
Slap that down. You obviously cannot do that.
Now Blake finds herself in uncharted territory, with Hollywood slowly turning its back. Studios are wary, brands are pulling out, and her personal relationships are unraveling. Taylor Swift's rumored distancing speaks volumes. If even her fiercely loyal best friend is pulling away, Blake's future in Hollywood hangs by a thread. Ryan Reynolds, who spent years carefully building his reputation, reportedly finds himself frustrated and embarrassed, unwilling to continue playing Blake's pawn in her messy power struggles. As this scandal reaches its breaking point, Blake Lively's carefully cultivated image as Hollywood's innocent sweetheart is collapsing spectacularly. She spent years manipulating sets, sabotaging co-stars, and rewriting narratives to serve herself, all while playing the victim publicly. But now the facade is crumbling faster than she can spin her story. Blake's greatest strength, her ability to control the narrative, is precisely what's causing her downfall. Yet Blake's true problem isn't just that her manipulative past has caught up with her, it's that the industry she once effortlessly controlled is finally saying enough. Studios don't want the chaos she brings, brands won't associate with someone labeled Hollywood's next Amber Heard, and fellow celebrities are wary of her toxic reputation. Blake didn't just overplay her hand, she broke the unspoken rules of trust and decency that hold Hollywood relationships together. Her legacy now teeters dangerously on the edge of ruin. Every leaked text, every public distancing by former allies, every new piece of evidence in Justin Baldoni's lawsuit further dismantles Blake's carefully constructed facade. And Hollywood, always hungry for drama, is watching closely, not out of sympathy, but fascination. Blake's downfall has become the industry's new obsession, a cautionary tale of unchecked ambition and ruthless manipulation. But there's a deeper, more personal tragedy hidden beneath this scandalous surface.
I mean, I internalized that as opportunity. We had such a responsibility to this audience to deliver something and to have the opportunity to deliver something for a passionate group of people.
Yes.
As someone who is so deeply passionate myself.
Being frank, if it were not for women giving me direct feedback in my own personal life and being a man who was willing to at least listen to them, there's no chance that I would be having this conversation. So the message, to answer your question, the message is very simple. As men, we need to embrace all of the parts of us.
Blake once had everything: fame, fortune, influence, and allies who adored her. She could have used her power positively, lifting others alongside herself. Instead, she chose sabotage and deceit, believing she was immune to consequences, yet in her relentless pursuit to control everyone around her, she alienated the very people who once stood by her side. Blake's greatest tragedy is that she destroyed the very bonds that could have saved her. In a poetic twist, those Blake targeted now stand taller than ever. Justin Baldoni is determined to reclaim his career and reputation, empowered by public support. Penn Badgley has reinvented himself into one of TV's brightest stars, beloved by millions. Meanwhile, Blake is isolated, facing backlash alone, her carefully crafted Hollywood world collapsing into a heap of controversy and legal nightmares. Ultimately, Blake Lively's story serves as a haunting reminder: Hollywood's glamour hides darker truths, and manipulation has an expiration date. The public may forgive scandals, but betrayal, sabotage, and deception linger long after the cameras stop rolling. Blake built an empire on manipulation, thinking she was untouchable. But now, faced with undeniable evidence, the truth she worked so hard to bury is finally setting Hollywood free. And so Blake's saga raises uncomfortable questions beyond her own personal downfall. How many other beloved Hollywood stars harbor similar dark secrets? Who else might be quietly controlling narratives, rewriting histories, and silencing victims behind closed doors? Blake's scandal isn't just about one actress. It's a mirror held up to Hollywood itself, exposing the dark side of fame, power, and image making. Ultimately, Blake Lively isn't just losing her reputation, she's losing her legacy. Everything she built is being questioned, dissected, and exposed under relentless scrutiny. Her downfall is becoming a cautionary tale, a warning to future stars about the dangers of unchecked ambition and manipulation. Blake's tragedy isn't just professional, it's personal. A dramatic reminder that in Hollywood, every lie has a price, every betrayal leaves scars, and no one stays untouchable forever. Hollywood may soon forget Blake's movies, but they will never forget the moment she was exposed, the moment she lost control of the narrative, and the moment everyone realized the charming all-American girl next door was anything but innocent. Blake Lively's empire wasn't destroyed by outsiders, it collapsed from within, crumbling under the weight of her own lies. Hollywood isn't just watching a celebrity scandal, they're witnessing the dramatic fall of someone who once seemed untouchable. Blake Lively built an empire on secrets, manipulation, and deceit. But secrets can't last forever, and the truth always finds a way out. Now, Blake's darkest secrets are laid bare, her reputation tarnished, her power dismantled piece by piece. The once invincible Hollywood sweetheart has lost control of the narrative she spent years crafting. And as the truth comes out, Blake Lively is discovering that manipulation comes at a price that could end her Hollywood career forever.